Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the Cruiser Chris World Network. I'm Cruiser Chris. Today we continue with our reading of the self-produced story that we are working on here at the Cruiser Chris World Network called the Johnny Blaisdale story. This is a production of the Cruiser Chris World Network. And now we will begin. Kendra opened the refrigerator to try to find something to eat for Tori, and in the refrigerator she found a bunch of different bowls with half-eaten, dried-up food in them. She also found a combination of full glasses and half-empty glasses in the fridge. The food in the refrigerator looked like it had been there for weeks, and mold was starting to grow on some of it. She was going to give Tori a bowl of cereal, but she looked in the carton of milk that was in the fridge and found that it was sour, so that was out of the question. So she decided that she was going to give Tori a bowl of soup. So she grabbed a bowl out of the cupboard, and the bowl had some dried up food on it, so she needed to wash the bowl out first. She found a can of chicken and rice soup. She asked Tori if he would be okay with this, and he said that would be just fine. So after washing the bowl out, Kendra told Tori to go sit at the kitchen table and she would have the soup ready shortly. She then began to pour the soup from the can into the bowl and heated it up in the microwave after washing the bowl out. Tori sat patiently waiting with his glass of water at the kitchen table. After Kendra gave Tori the bowl of soup, she went back to the bedroom where Johnny and Terry were all located and began playing with the toys again. She played with the toys for about another 15 minutes, and then Tori came into the room and they all began playing together and laughing and having a good time. About 5 minutes later, Kendra said to the boys that she needed to use the bathroom. The condition of the kitchen was still fresh in Kendra's mind, and she couldn't get her mind off of the fact that the kitchen was in such bad condition. So she went to the bathroom, and while she was gone, she went to the kitchen and took pictures of the refrigerator and the kitchen sink full of dishes and the stove full of dishes. The oven full of dishes, and the stove with grease, oil, and dirt all over it. And also the stove only had one working burner on it. When Kendra returned to the room, all of the 3 kids said at the same time that they were getting hungry. Kendra said, "Okay, I just have to go take a few more pictures and I'll be right back." So she went back to the kitchen and took a picture of the garbage that it looked like it hadn't been taken out in weeks. She then came back to the room. The boys and girl, all three, said they were hungry. Having observed the kitchen and the condition that it was in, Kendra made the decision that it probably wouldn't have been a good idea to make a meal in that kitchen in its current condition. So Kendra asked the kids if they liked pizza. The kids all responded in gleeful, happy tones as if they would enjoy pizza. Kendra asked them if they would like sausage or pepperoni or both. Tori and Terry both said that they would take both sausage and pepperoni on their pizza, while Johnny just simply wanted a cheese pizza. Kendra asked all three of the kids if they had ever heard of pineapple on a pizza. They looked at Kendra with a very puzzled look on their faces and said, "What was pineapple?" This brings us to the end of this week's reading of the Johnny Blaisdale story. We hope that you've enjoyed the additions so far. If you'd like to go back and watch parts 1 and 2 of the Johnny story, you can do that here on our YouTube channel. We would invite you to also share, subscribe, and like these videos on the various different platforms like Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and other social media platforms. Thank you for watching this week's edition of the Johnny Blaisdale story, and we will be back next week with the next part of the reading. This again has been a presentation of the Cruiser Chris World Network, and we will all see you next week.